Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. It's going to be another awesome day. Yesterday was awesome. Today's going to be awesome too. I can just tell. It's going to be the best Wednesday we have all week. So looking forward to it. Glad y'all are here. Already got a few folks hanging out over there in the chat. Let's see who we got in here this morning. We got Ed, aka Georgia Bubba. Good morning to you, Ed. How are you? We've got Mr. Javi. Good morning, Javi. How you doing this morning? Steve Gronsky. Fog burning off in Oklahoma today. Good. Welcome to the coffee sessions. Mr. Kevin Else, all the way from South Africa. How you doing, Kevin? Glad you're here today. Larry Galt, Froggy here this morning, he says. Yeah. Frankie's CNC and Woodworking Channel. How you doing, Frankie? Janet Moore's in the house again. Always good to see you in here, Janet. Thank you for joining the coffee sessions. Mr. Hitch Hamilton's reminding us that it's Happy National Nachos Day. How could we ever forget that? Thank you, Hitch, for joining us this morning. Eric Smith is in the house this morning. How you doing? Earl Walker, getting quite a list of regulars here at the coffee sessions. I like that. I like that a lot. Jeff Nearcorn, good morning. Ed says, nice day started in Central Georgia. 51 now, high to be 75. Great fishing weather. Yeah, this is just great weather for anything. It's going to be really good. Really good. I'm looking forward to today. Mike Haichu's also in the house. Good morning, Mike. How you doing? I hope you're thinking about your entry to the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. Mr. Ian Foote, afternoon, he says. I think if I remember right, he's in the UK, I believe. So probably is afternoon over there. So welcome, everybody. Good to see y'all in here. Got a little interesting tidbit for you this morning. Every morning when I wake up, I always say good morning to Alexa, and Alexa will, give me some little tidbit about the day. And this morning she said that 5 years ago today, Amazon released the Echo, the Dot, and I think there's one other one. I don't know I can't remember what the other one is. But anyway, basically Alexa's. So today is technically her birthday. So if you have an Alexa, you should wish her a happy birthday, a happy 5th birthday. So, yeah, always get some interesting stuff from Alexa every morning. Now she's in there talking. She heard me talking about her. I'm going to have to figure out how I can make her not hear me. I have to whisper her name, I guess. Jeff Nearcorn says, what's the temp there today? Well, I don't have my phone, and I don't know what it is out there right now. It's probably in the 50s, 55 or something like that, I guess. Not too bad. And like Ed mentioned, he's a little farther south than me, but it's going to get up to about 70, 75 today. So Ryan Ballard says, morning, my people. Good to see you, Ryan. How you doing? Dave Clemens is in the house. Good morning to you, Dave. Good to see you. Hitch says my Alexa is listening to you. Yeah, mine's listening to me too. I have to She was just in there yakking after I said Alexa a couple of times. So Clyde Lavani says, good morning. How you doing, Clyde? Hitch Hamilton's checking the weather for me. He says it's 52 in McDonough, Georgia. Thank you, Hitch. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's gonna be another awesome day. I can tell. A little money news. If any of y'all got money in the stock market, good news. Stock market. Well, the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq hit a record high for the second day in a row. So I figure I'm gonna be rich pretty much any day now. I'll at least be a thousandaire, maybe. I don't know. I always say I'm working on my second million because I gave up on it first. Mr. Jim Jones in the house, 33 in Indiana, high of 43 today. Yeah, that's about what you'd expect, I think, wouldn't you? At least you're not getting any snow. Clyde says it's 30 degrees just south of Detroit. All right. Good to know. The Dow's been doing good. I don't know if any of y'all are invested in stock market or anything, but it's been doing pretty well. So thankful for that. In other news, I try to share these little tidbits of information to keep y'all informed. There's only 48 more days until Christmas. And I know that's got to really get y'all excited because, I knew it'd be here before we know it. Of course, we haven't even made it through Thanksgiving yet, but Thanksgiving falls. Of course, it's always on the fourth Thursday of the month, but that falls pretty late this year, the 28th. So, but yeah, 48 more days. Well, 48 and some change because today's not over with. Until Christmas. And of course, not that many days, just a few more days until all that Black Friday craziness stuff that happens. I've already seen, I can't remember who it is because I don't pay any attention to the commercial ads and stuff on TV, but somebody was already posting something, doing a commercial, and they were saying Black Friday sale. And it started November 1st, and I'm like, well, it's not Black Friday, it's Black November. You're making it the whole month, But, how many of y'all get out there and fight the Black Friday crowds? If y'all do, you're braver than I am, because I used to do it a long time ago. Of course, then it wasn't as bad as it is now, but now it's just downright crazy. People fighting over TVs and, Xbox games and stuff like that. I just don't see it myself, but it says it's in Southwest Florida. It's 79 with a high of 90. Man, you guys, somebody forgot to send you the memo about fall, I guess. It's been really warm down there. Larry Galt says it's 69 here. And I can't remember where Larry is. Is it Texas? Is that where you're at, Larry? I can't remember. I know a lot of folks from Texas. I have a lot of customers. Just shipped a couple the other day, both going to Texas. Dave Clemens says, "Shh, don't talk about Christmas." I know. It's Larry says he got in the market when Dow Jones was 3,000. Wow, that's pretty good. It's a little bit more than that now. In fact, The closed yesterday, I think, at 27,492, and the Nasdaq closed at 84.34. So pretty good. Tampere is going to be high of 59 and low of 57 in Southwest Virginia. Alrighty. Got Mr. All Things YouTube in the house. Look at that. He's got his little coffee cup emoji there. I like that. I like that a lot. Good to see you in here, Matt. Let's see. Matt says, I used to go to Best Buy on Black Friday for power strips with the battery backup. People would fight for the TVs. Suckers. Yeah. Yeah. There is in Austin. Okay. Let's see here. Matt says Black Friday equals 5 years on YouTube for me on Awesome Wood Things. So that's when you started YouTube on Black Friday? That's cool. At least you'll have an easy day to remember your YouTube anniversary. Eric Smith says great people live here. I'll go along with that. The Patricks is in the house this morning. Good morning to you, Patricks. I hope you got your coffee, because I know it is about old dark 30 over there and where you're at. So cheers to you. Javi says it's 74 with a high of 76 here in Lady Lake, Central Florida. That's about perfect. That's about perfect. Dave Clemens says you can get the same or better deals online. Yeah, I suppose. That's how I do pretty much all my shopping these days. I don't want to get out there and fight anybody over a parking place or, have carts banged into my car or, not to mention the mobs in the store. So, yeah, I'll be doing all my Black Friday shopping. What little I do anyway. Right here with this thing. That's my favorite way to shop right there. Just click. Let's see. It says, yeah, you don't have to fight the mob on Black Friday. Patrick says, got my coffee, about to head out to work. So y'all have a great day. You have an awesome day, Patrick's. It's going to be a good one. I can tell. Man, it says kick butt today. Good day for a hot black cup of coffee. I'll buy that for sure. I definitely will. That's how I like mine. But let me see what else I got wrote down here. Oh, y'all probably, of course, we got to get through Thanksgiving and Christmas first, but, New Year's is also right around the corner. And, for years, everybody's watched the New York Times Square thing drop. I guess it's the apple. And then, of course, 30 years ago, Atlanta debuted their peach drop. They had this huge peach, and they did it from underground Atlanta. And they've been doing it for like 30 years. Well, the mayor of Atlanta has decided that this year there will not be a peach drop. And it really doesn't make any difference to me. but I guess a lot of folks are upset. For one thing, the city doesn't own Underground Atlanta anymore. Somebody else bought that, so I guess they have to rent it or lease it or whatever to do the peach drop, and they don't want to do that. So, but anyway, the mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms is her name, I believe. She said that it will be back next year better than ever. So, okay. Like I said, a lot of folks, it's the big topic on the local news. I don't really care. These days, I'm probably already in bed by midnight anyway, because it's it's one of those been there, done that type things for me. So sometimes I stay up, till like 12:05 or something. Other times I'm already in bed. And if you are watching, one of those channels that do the Times Square drop with the Apple, they always split the screen right about 5 minutes till, and then they show the peach drop on one half the screen and the Apple in New York on the other side of the screen. But I really don't care. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody out there in the chat is from the Atlanta area. There might be somebody out there. But let me know your thoughts on that. Let's see here. Let's see. Ryan Ballard says, my UPS driver had 84 stops Monday, 153 Tuesday. Says it is nuts from here on out. Yeah, it's only going to get crazier for the UPS people. In fact, a lot of times, I don't know about where you're at, Ryan, but around here, they always hire a bunch of people, and basically they have, they have a UPS driver, and then they'll have somebody that rides along, and they're just the grunt that, goes in the back of the truck and gets the next package ready. And then when they stop, they have it already and they can run out. So it makes things quicker. So you always see them traveling in pairs in the big brown truck. So Hitch has an interesting comment here. He says the New Year's Eve 2020 eyeglasses should look cool this year. Yeah, I might have to shop on Amazon and get me a pair of those. Maybe. It says just another day at my age. Yeah. Marty Tauber in the house this morning. How you doing, Marty? Hope everything's going well way up there in Maine. I imagine it's pretty chilly up there where you're at. So let's see. Javi says in September, UPS started hiring jumpers for the Christmas season. I started as a jumper when I worked for UPS back in the day. Is that what they call them? The guys that ride around with the driver and jump in and out of the truck? I can see why they would call them jumpers if that's the case. That's kind of funny, really, a jumper. Coffee's tasting really good this morning, folks. But I did remember to hit my timer today, so all is well there. Hit my other little magic button too. I'll try to do better about hitting those. So got all this fancy automation here, and then I don't even remember to hit it. But anyhow, got a lot of interesting comments over here this morning. Trying to see some. I see some conversations going on in the chat there. So what's your favorite thing to do on Black Friday if you don't go shopping? Uh, Let me know in the chat what your favorite thing is. Um, like I said, I usually don't go out. In fact, I always hate it because, like if you got to go, in my case, I have to go to certain places like Lowe's or Home Depot to buy materials to build crates or stuff like that. And I always hate going when it's in the middle of all this craziness because I'm just there getting what I have to get. And, all these other idiots are, going crazy over what they think is a sale. So he says he's drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee today. Yeah, cool. Janice got the right idea. She says she's gonna sleep in on Black Friday. That's a good plan. I hope you'll join the coffee sessions on November 29th. Um, or what do you consider sleeping in? Sleeping in is different to some people than others. To me, if I sleep, till about 7, that's sleeping in to me. Um, Especially with two big old dogs laying on the floor next to me, and they're once that light starts shining through that window, they start, or Jack especially, he starts making some noise and wanting to get up and go outside and see what's going on. Frankie's CNC and Woodworking Channel says he stays home with the kids and my wife heads out. Yeah, that could be dangerous too. I usually put out Christmas ornaments. Yeah, that's a good thing. I know a lot of people have a. Well, that's another good topic question here for y'all. When do you all, if you do put up a Christmas tree, when do you put up your tree? Uh, Sometimes I don't even put one up because it's just me and, you know, with two big dogs with two big waggy tails, Christmas trees don't get along, or at least the ornaments on them don't get along too good. So uh, I sometimes won't put one up. It depends. I might put one up sometimes, but yeah, I don't think you should put up a Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving. That's just my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. But I think we should get through one holiday at a time. People just, I mean, for crying out loud, wasn't even Labor Day yet, and people, the stores and stuff were already putting out Christmas stuff. So, Janet Moore says 7 or so is sleeping in, so that's good. That's a good time. Hobby says his favorite thing to do on Black Friday, same thing I do every day, try to take over the world. A lofty ambition there. Good for you, Hobby. Janet Moore says, I got up at 3 a.m. for years when I was working. Yeah, man. There ought to be a law against that. 3 a.m. Hitch says, our population doubles in the winter. They don't know how to drive or where they are going. I stay in on Black Friday. Now, if I didn't know better, I'd swear you were talking about Atlanta. But, yeah. Mid-November, is that when you put your tree up, Matt Haas? Bill Larson's in the house. Good morning, Bill. How are you this morning? Hope you got your coffee and your cigar and sitting out on your back porch there. Earl Walker says, we go to a place that people donate Christmas trees for sale at St. Jude's Hospital at high prices. There you go. All right. So we got another vote for the day after Thanksgiving. Ryan says Black Friday weekend is my time for tree. Okay. Bill says a week before Christmas and down a week after. Matt says, I never take my Christmas tree down. Well, I know some people who don't take their Christmas tree or their Christmas lights out, or down from their gutters and stuff. You drive by in July and they'll still have their lights hanging on their gutters. And by then it's like, well, why should I take them down in a few months? I'm going to have to put them back up. So, Earl says, I start the day after Veterans Day, November 11th. We light them on Thanksgiving night when everyone is here for dinner. That's a good thing. Here comes Amazon. Here comes Amazon. Right down Amazon Lane. Yep. Catchy tune. Let's see. It says that's from Pinky and the Brain. I know what you do on Saturdays. That's funny right there. I agree. No Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving. Black Friday is my Christmas tree setting up day. And I have always heard, and I guess from my folks or something, that it's bad luck to, if you're a superstitious kind of person, but the old wives' tale is that it's bad luck to leave your Christmas tree up after New Year's. You should always have it down before. And when I put a tree up, I've always taken it down before New Year's, but I know some people leave it up. Do you guys leave yours up after the New Year? See, hobbies, or Frankie rather, says, I look for the last warm day in the forecast and put the lights up outdoors, but don't turn them on. Yeah, okay. It says we have more Amazon trucks than UPS. Yeah. And I also saw something this morning on my local news, and they were showing, I'm trying to think, I'll probably say the wrong place now. I think it was CVS, but they had put some pharmaceutical stuff in a UPS box, and then it was using a drone to fly it to wherever it was. And it was pretty good ways. I don't know how that drone could fly that far because, they're limited by their battery time and stuff. It says we have a tree that's 40 foot with 6,500 plus lights. We start around Thanksgivings. Okay. And he takes his down after New Year's. Okay. I've always just heard that it's bad luck, but that's probably just one of those things. But I just like to start the new year off fresh with none of that Christmas stuff to do, like taking the tree down and putting stuff up. I just, I like to start off with a clean slate on the new year. But it's getting to be about 30 minutes in, I think, according to my old timer here. Had another good little crowd over here this morning. I really appreciate you guys hanging around here with me. And if anybody's wondering, I do have the Rocky Cam going, but just not much action. So, it says it was a fire hazard. Yeah. You remember in the old days when, I can remember growing up, my parents had, you didn't have those little dinky Christmas tree lights. You had them big suckers. And we even had ornaments that had, they had the little plastic body with the little metal fan-like thing in there, and you would hang them over the light, and then the heat from that Christmas tree light would make that thing spin. And, of course, it would flicker and because it was like a shiny thing. And when I think back about those times, I'm thinking, it's a wonder there weren't more fires than there were, because that was some crazy stuff. And you had a real tree, and if you had a pet or something, they'd drink the water out of the thing because you had to keep it full of water. But yeah, Bill Larson says, last year I was taking the decorations down and they told me to get out of their yard. Oh, yeah. All right, folks. Well, we're going to leave on that note. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this morning. I hope you have an awesome Wednesday. And we will see y'all tomorrow, I suppose. Hope y'all come back tomorrow. I'll be here, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. So anyway, everybody have an awesome day, and we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Everybody take care.